Hello, this is Nostradamus, and this is Stone Age News. Right then, I'm going to wade straight in with the British Bullshit Corporation and the report on climate change. UK government to commit to 2050 target. Greenhouse gas emissions in the UK will be cut to almost zero by 2050. Yeah, right. Prime Minister Theresa May said there was a moral duty to leave this world in a better condition than what we inherited. There she is, old strong and stable. The UK already has a 2050 target to reduce emissions by 80%, but will now be amended to the new, much tougher goal. The actual terminology used by the government is net zero greenhouse gases by 2050. So, little Greta. God bless. Right. Here's a lot of crap from the Climate Change Committee showing household emissions from 1990, 2017 and 2050. Emissions per household in kilograms of carbon dioxide. It's showing in 1990 we had this much emissions from heating, transport, electricity, diet and agriculture, waste and aviation. And in 2017, emissions from heating have gone down. That's probably due to better insulated houses and because it's a lot warmer, so we've not had to have the heating on. Electricity usage has shrunk to that. Well, I don't think green powers caused that, and we were a lot less wasteful than we were back in 1990. I think that purple should go like that. Anyway, to reduce our emissions by 80% by 2050, our heating should go down to this much, and we should be producing hardly any waste at all. And for zero net emissions, what they've just declared they're going to do, there's no heating. We're going to have to not eat anything, but there won't be any food anywhere, so that doesn't matter. With no waste at all. What a lot of shit. And it looks like all of our electricity will be coming from renewable sources. I couldn't do a video without mentioning the latest Ebola outbreak. The World Health Organization has failed to declare an international emergency. I think that's partly due to the fact that would close the border between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda and cause economic problems. Anyway, As migrants arrive in Texas from the Congo, media buries the medical facts that Africans can carry Ebola without showing any symptoms. It's a medical fact that people of African descent have enhanced natural immunity to various viral infections, including Ebola. Many migrants from Africa may carry Ebola and show no symptoms whatsoever. The Ebola virus can also infect without producing illness, according to a new finding by African and European scientists, reported the NYT. They found that the Ebola virus could persist in the blood of asymptomatic infected individuals for 2 weeks after they were first exposed to an infected individual. How much longer the virus can persist is unknown. This is an article from back in 2000. People carrying Ebola, in some cases, may be free of symptoms. The Ebola virus, which has caused deaths from high fever and bleeding in African outbreaks, can also infect without producing illness, according to a new finding by African and European scientists. So these people could be travelling all over and they don't even know they've got it. Dr. Leroy's team said another public health concern was transmission of Ebola virus from healthy carriers through sex. Other scientists have detected Ebola in semen. Now on to this article from UPI News. Saddens me and pisses me off and makes me depressed. More than 260 dead dolphins found on Gulf Coast since February. Scientists from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration are investigating why bottlenose dolphins are stranding themselves at an unusually high rate in the northern Gulf of Mexico this year. They're investigating scratching their head, it's fucking obvious. Excessive fresh water in the Gulf from the Mississippi River flooding could be to blame. Well, it could be. It just could be. More than 260 dolphins have stranded themselves across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the Florida Panhandle since the beginning of February, which is approximately 3 times higher than the historical average. Dear, dear, dear. NOAA scientists said it's too early to determine any potential causes of the unusually high stranding rate this year. Well, for one thing, the temperatures in the Gulf are sky high, and we've got all this flood water with all the nitrate runoff and pig shit all flowing into the Gulf. It's all becoming deoxygenated. It's turning into a massive dead zone. And NOAA doesn't know why the dolphins are dying. And here's in stark graphics. It said it's treble, 3 times as much. Well, that looks a bit more like more than fucking treble to me. Maybe I'm June already. 3 times the average. Hang on. I think we're on 10 times the average. Comparison of 2019 monthly bottlenose dolphin strandings. And the really intelligent creatures. I love dolphins. I think if they'd have developed arms and opposable thumbs before we did, we wouldn't be here now. And they'd all be living in the Flippotopia. If they'd have got there before us, they wouldn't have fucked this planet up. Anyway, onto a subject I don't normally talk about. Politics. These are the 6 gentlemen left in the running to be the next leader of the Conservative Party and future of the United Kingdom. He's admitted to taking drugs. He's admitted to taking drugs. He says he tried to take drugs, but he sneezed. He's denying millions of people from getting the drugs they need on the NHS. He looks like he needs to take some drugs, and he looks like someone you'd see whilst on drugs having a bad trip. So the next British Prime Minister is going to be one of these guys, or if there's a general election, we've got communist Jeremy Corbyn, or fascist dictator Nigel Farage of the Brexit Party. Our civilization is about to crumble, and the next Prime Minister will more than likely be the last, and it'll be a man. So let's just listen to what Theresa May said in her resignation speech.
I will shortly leave the job that it has been the honour of my life to hold. The second female Prime Minister, but certainly not the last.
Did you hear that? Hang on.
I do so with...
Let's play it again.
No ill will, but with the second female Prime Minister, but certainly not the last.
There you have it. Even in her resignation speech, the Tory bitch lied through her fucking teeth. Because there's not going to be another female Prime Minister. She fucking lying again. You've lied all the way through your Prime Ministership. And what have you done for this country? Fucking nothing. You lied in your first speech and you lied in your last. Bitch. Here's a picture that doesn't lie. Picture of Arctic sea ice thickness from the 15th of June. I found an unreported earthquake in the Mediterranean, 5.3 magnitude on the 15th. Just off the west coast of Sicily. And one of the stations had it as near 7.6. Well, the very lowest is 4.8, totally unreported by everybody. Here's a quick update on the Siberian hole I've been reporting on. You can see it clearly now from space. It's from the 4th of June, and we go forward to the 5th and the 6th. Right, so on the 6th, and we can see emissions coming out, and on the 7th, it went cloudy. On the 6th and the 7th, you can see the gaseous emissions, and these was back up to nearly 2,000 micrograms per cubic metre of sulphur dioxide, but I can't be arsed showing it. If you don't believe me, you can go and null school yourself and go back and have a look. See if I care. Let's come to just yesterday. Yesterday. Looks like it's giving off smoke signals. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Nostradamus's weekly methane report. Before I go into any detail, I'd just like to show you this is the latest methane emissions on cams at ground level from Friday. And as you can see, methane is still coming up. It's not as if there isn't any methane entering the atmosphere. If you watched my previous videos, you know that I take an average of 16 measurements from the 2 METOP satellites each week, and this week we're showing a drop of 3.7 parts per billion of methane in the atmosphere. Now, I question the data that they're given, because given that the half-life of methane in the atmosphere is 7 years, then in 1 week, assuming there was no extra added methane going into the atmosphere, which there is, it should drop by 3.5 parts per billion. So, who knows what the fuck's going on? Anyway, I've plotted me 3-week moving average, and it comes out at this, so it's levelled off. It can't have possibly dropped 3.7. That is impossible. So we'll see how it goes from here. It's lonely in the doom of Spain. I'm just a voice. Can anybody hear? The rain, it's getting wetter. You can throw away your sweaters. You want things to get better? Yo, better listen to Sister Greta. I'm getting down with the 5G. Getting implants inside of me. Gonna merge the technology and be like Metal Mickey. The Matrix glitching. Slapdust got me itching. Can't stand the heat. No good bitching. We can't get out this kitchen. I'm getting down with the 5G. Get implants inside of me. Gonna merge with technology and be like Metal Mickey. Before I go, I'd like to say thanks to all my subscribers and everyone that watches and likes my videos, especially the Jones and DDDSB and Colin. I hope I've pronounced your name right. And thanks for your wonderful comments. And don't take this the wrong way, but when the time comes, I hope you all have quick, painless deaths. I'd also like to thank my daughter for bringing me a chocolate orange for Father's Day, and my son, who's a clueless moron, who filled the bath up full just to wash his hair today. I try and teach them well, but they don't take no notice. So, until next time, thanks again. Peace out.